So I'm walking through the audio section at Best Buy today, and that's when I noticed the Sonos section looked a little bit different than usual. And that's because they came out with a brand new product, which is a pair of premium headphones. And because I had no adult supervision, of course I went straight up to the counter to see if I could get a pair. And this exchange I had with the Best Buy employee is pretty hilarious because she was just as surprised as I was.
I did not know they had headphones.
They just came out today.
Oh,
Yeah.
No wonder I see so many.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
This is the Sonos Ace premium closed back earphones, and they have some really cool features. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and unbox these things so I can show you everything that they come with. Of course, we have an Apple-like minimal packaging with a few paper tearaways securing the box together. After we remove the top, we are greeted immediately with a covered headphone case and a cardboard box containing paperwork, and more importantly, two cables. One is a USB to 3.5 millimeter, and the other is a USB-C to USB-C. We'll go ahead and move that to the side for now and move on to the main event. The Sonos Ace earphones come in a hard shell carrying case with familiar Sonos logo on the front and nothing on the back, which is consistent with the design you're about to see on the headphones themselves. Now, these headphones do come in white or black, but as you can see, I chose the black option and I'm so happy I did. The Ace headphones feature a matte black finish and are fingerprint and dirt resistant. And thanks to the minimal design, they jump right off the screen immediately, giving an elevated premium headset appearance. Now, the setup for these headphones is really simple. Let's first start off with the different buttons and ports that you'll find across the hardware. Right here, we have our power and Bluetooth pairing button, followed by the USB-C port, and of course on top, the status indicator. On the other side, we have this rocker style content key, and then below it, there's a noise control / voice control button. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is download the Sonos app if you haven't done that already. If you already have the Sonos app downloaded, that's fine. Just make sure you update it before proceeding. After that, grab your headphones and press the power button. You're gonna notice the status light's gonna blink blue a few times. This is indicating that your headphones are on and they're in Bluetooth pairing mode. After that, just grab your phone, go to settings, then Bluetooth, scroll down until you see the Sonos Ace option pop up, and then click that option and you'll be ready to open Spotify, Apple Music, or any of your favorite music sources. As for controlling your music source, look back to the rocker style content key that I showed you earlier. If you use a single press, this controls your play and pause. Double press goes to the next track. Click in 3 times for the previous track, and then you can slide the button up or down if you want to control the volume. Now, if you have an incoming phone call, single press will answer or end the call. And if it's someone you don't want to talk to, go ahead and perform a long press, and this is going to decline the call. The button below, as stated before, you can press for active noise cancellation, and then long press for voice control, which is basically just going to activate Siri on your phone. And since this is a Sonos product, if you want to connect your headphones to your Sonos ecosystem, go ahead and do it via the app. To do so, open the app, and as long as these headphones are on and paired to your phone, it should pop up on the bottom like this, and then you can go ahead and press add. After you do so, it's going to go ahead and start an update. You're going to want to keep your headphones on and your app open for this. This is going to take approximately 10 minutes, maybe even longer. After it finishes downloading the update, it's going to give you a message that says finishing up. Your Sonos Ace will now restart, and it's going to go through a sequence where it goes from a blue status indicator to flashing orange and white. And after about 5 minutes or so, you'll get another indication that says your Sonos Ace has been added with a check mark. Now you can simply go through all the button controls as we talked about earlier. From this point, you can go ahead and look at your home system, and you should be able to see your headphones with a Bluetooth indicator next to it. All right, so time for a sound test. Let's get it. Always an exciting moment the first time you turn on a new piece of tech. Ooh, there's a cool startup sound. Kind of sounds like the Samsung sound a little bit. I'm not gonna. Oh, wow. Okay, so the active noise canceling just kicked in. Yeah, I can hear it real-time noise canceling my snaps. And my room just got dead silent. That is awesome. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can kick in the transparency mode. Okay, now, wow, okay. Yeah, so we have transparency mode on now. It literally sounds like I'm not wearing a pair of headphones right now. Okay, yeah, that's pretty impressive. And this is where I start my sound test. As you're gonna see, it's a bit unconventional, but I know exactly what I'm looking for. It's really important to test out every mode, including active noise cancellation and transparency mode, to see what audio ranges these headsets have to offer. At this point, I wanted to test out a few different volume ranges, and during this test, I ended up trying the volume at 10%, 25%, 50%, 75%, and max volume in transparency and noise cancellation modes. Okay. Okay, I have a pretty good idea of what these headphones have to offer now. Now, the Sonos Ace features a mostly plastic build, which to be fair is pretty common amongst high-end headphones. But don't let that plastic fool you, because the build quality feels absolutely excellent. They feature extremely plush memory foam head and ear cushions, which are magnetic and removable as well. Now, continuing on with the theme of durability, the headband is no exception. It's extremely strong and comfortable. I mean, just look at the flex that you get out of this thing. This can fit any head shape or size. Now, moving down a little bit on the headphones, you can see the way you adjust this is by a single metal bar, which is kind of reminiscent of the Apple AirPod Pros. It looks premium and it feels premium as well. There's no clicking or noise. It's very smooth and very nice. And then if we flip the headphones around, you can actually see inside each ear cup is actually a different color. The right side, you have a lighter shade of gray, while the left side has a darker shade of black. This way, it's an easy indicator which side is which before you put on your headphones. Looking around the edges, you will notice 4 silver microphone covers that are responsible for the active noise cancellation. And of course, we can't forget about that premium hardshell carrying case that even has a magnetic cable pouch on the inside. This way you can keep everything neat and tidy. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it doesn't really matter what these look like. All that really matters is how they sound. Now, if you remember a few minutes back in the video when I tried these on for the first time, I experienced the active noise cancellation and transparency mode, and you can see the look on my face, the expression of excitement and surprise. Really good. In fact, so good, I haven't heard anything this good since the Apple AirPods, which is a really big compliment for these headphones. Now, being the Sonos connoisseur that I am, Sonos does have a particular sound that we've all grown accustomed to, and I gotta say, these do have a very consistent sound with what you hear from the wireless speakers. That said, I felt like the volume actually wasn't loud enough. I can listen to these on maximum volume and not even be fazed by it. And normally with headphones, I find myself listening to lower volumes and really enjoying them. These ones in particular, I kind of felt like I had to be at 75% or above just to really get the sound out of them. On top of that, you can see that these closed back earphones have a really slim profile, and the bass was really underwhelming. Now, I did go into the EQ settings in the Sonos app, and I kind of adjusted the bass up 3 notches, and that did seem to help. So if you're feeling the same way out of the box, make sure you go into the app and go ahead and play with the treble and bass a little bit, and maybe you can kind of get closer to your desired sound. That said, the EQ settings are very lackluster. There's only 3 different settings as of today, and I really feel like with a future software update, maybe Sonos can improve the sound quality a lot. So one of the strongest selling features of this Sonos Ace is that they have a 30-hour battery life, and I've actually tried to test this all the way to the max. I have been listening to audio through these headphones for more than 22 hours, and let me tell you, there's still a lot of juice left. I'm actually really impressed. And if that's not cool enough, if you forget to charge the Sonos Ace, if you put these on the charger for 30 minutes, it'll get you up to 3 hours of battery life. And speaking of the stylish low profile ear cups, I actually have really small ears. I don't know how well that comes across on camera, but if you have larger ears, it might actually bother you. Like if your ears stick off your head a little bit, these cups are probably going to be touching and pressing back on your ears a little bit. So it is something to consider. Now, if you remember at the very beginning of the video, my local Best Buy had some of these on display. Maybe go down there and actually physically see them before you go and buy them. So if you've been subscribed to my channel for more than 5 years, you guys know that I posted a lot of Sonos videos back in the day. I'm a big Sonos fan. I have 5 different Sonos amps, multiple soundbars, a couple Play Ones throughout my home, and I was really excited to see how the Sonos Ace was going to integrate into my ecosystem, kind of like how Apple products do. Well, unfortunately, it was a little underwhelming because these do integrate, but not really. What I mean by that is you have to connect these via Bluetooth to your phone, and then Sonos just released a brand new update to their app that kind of allows the Sonos app to see the headphones, but it doesn't integrate seamlessly like literally every single other one of their products. So I was a little disappointed by that because these can't connect via Wi-Fi or anything like that. It's simply Bluetooth through your cellular device, which I guess is okay, but again, it's just not the seamless integration I was hoping for. Now, when I looked at a different product, the one I had in mind was the Sonos Roam, which was the portable speaker. This is one that you can take in and out of the home. I've taken it to the golf course and outdoors, camping, things like that. But when I bring it back home, it can connect to my Wi-Fi, and this allows it to be really seamlessly integrated. And I kind of hope that that's how these were going to work. And sadly to say, it's really not. Okay, enough of the chit chat. It's time to rate these headphones on a scale of 1 to 10. So for appearance alone, I easily give the Sonos Ace a 10 out of 10. They literally look perfect. They're minimal. They have a matte black finish that is finger resistant, and it's so nice. And the minimal branding just elevate them and make them look so classy. Now, as far as comfortability, I give the Sonos Ace a 9 out of 10. They're lightweight. They have some of the softest leather ear cups and headband I've ever tried. Like I said, I've been listening to audio through these for more than 22 hours. The longest session I had these on my head was for 6 straight hours of audio. I never felt fatigued. They never felt heavy. They are extremely comfortable. You can almost forget they're there. As for sound quality, I'm gonna have to give these a 6.5 out of 10. Let's face it, the sound quality is underwhelming compared to the standard that we have been accustomed to by Sonos products. And in order for these to sound decent, like I mentioned before, you really have to crank the volume to 75% or higher. As for transparency mode and noise cancellation, again, a 10 out of 10. Comparative to the Apple AirPods Pro, these are some of the best I've ever tried, if not just as good or better. Compatibility, again, I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 10. I really wanted to see seamless integration because Sonos is technically like Apple. You're supposed to buy it for the ecosystem experience, and I just felt like it was a little lackluster compared to what I was expecting. And in terms of overall value, even though I was a little bit harsh with some of my ratings, I'm still going to give it a strong 7.5 out of 10. And this is because the pros really do outweigh the cons. They are so stylish, they are so cool, they are so comfortable. And that is a big part of it for me, because when I have headphones on, the last thing I want to do is feel fatigued. Not to mention the fact that we also got a free hardshell carrying case, unlike the Apple AirPod Pro Max. Not to compare these too hard, but again, with the premium quality and the price point being very, very similar, you can't help but compare the two. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and go check out one of these 2 videos next, because for some reason YouTube thinks you're gonna like them.